What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Market Marauder Show. Hope everybody is having a great week, staying safe out there. I know winter storms are still raging on. No, Texas was hit pretty hard. A lot of other states are hit pretty hard as well, but hope everybody is staying safe and able to lock in some profits during this crazy week. All right, so we're talking about my series. This is Penny Party. So if you're not familiar, it's just going over some penny stocks that I got my eyes on that hopefully will help you all out when trading. So first one on here, we have ticker sign USWS for US Well Services. They have a week high of $3.37. Ended the day at $2.70. Went up 4 cents after hours and at 2.74. So overall, pretty positive on that metric. Moving average 10 is above 50 and 100, and VWAP is above moving average 10. So pretty positive on all those metrics. It looks like for the whole week they've been pretty bullish, so that's always a good sign. So since the 16th, they've kind of began their bullish run up and still are bullish today. So background information on them. This is just the newest article that came out. They just received a NASDAQ listing extension, so that's pretty good. What that basically means is that they have to have a minimum bid of $1 per share in order to stay listed on NASDAQ. So they are getting an extension on that. So they're basically going to track to see how long they have been above $1. But it seems like they're doing pretty good overall with the stock price. So I think they'll be able to continue their listing with that. So, price target that I'm looking at for this one is probably around the $3.30 range. They hit 337. They ended at 273. So I'm really looking for them to go back up to at least 330. In my personal opinion. Now, just bear in mind this is for educational purposes, not financial advice. It's just target prices that I'm looking at. So just bear that in mind um, that it is for educational purposes. So going into here, they did hit 337, but I think 330 is a more realistic level that I think they could hit, especially being down on here. A positive note, though, is that they're having a rally after hours, so that may add some more momentum for them, so then to shoot back up to this 330 level. Next, we have ticker sign CBLI, which had a week high of $10.97, so pretty impressive for it to jump up that high. Overall, though, they have fallen down quite a bit. $9.55 was the close. Then after hours, they went to 8.80, so 75 cents down after hours. Overall, still bullish though. Moving average 10 is above 50 and 100. VWAP is above moving average 10, so positive on both of those metrics. Now, this is from the perspective of Webull. If you'd like to sign for Webull and get 2 free stocks when you deposit $100 or more, that link will be down below in the description. You do not need to sign up for Webull in order to get access to their charts. Just go on Webull.com and then you can go and look at their charts. So for me, I'm using the moving average 10, 50, 100, and VWAP, which is this one right here, which you could find in this indicators tab. So when you start off, it'll just have one moving average. I think it starts with the moving average 5. You hit this circle right here, and you can add the other ones in there. So also bear in mind I'm using the 30-minute chart, so that's just the interval I like to use. If you use any of the other intervals at the top, your chart may look a lot different than the one that I'm using. So just bear that in mind as well. So they did end at 880. Background information on them that they announced on the 17th. So pretty recent article that it follows registration statement Form S4 for proposed merger with Kai Tocom Incorporated. So they're basically going to be combining their companies together. So a combined public entity to develop commercialize next generation immune therapies that address unmet needs in oncology, infectious diseases, inflammation, and autoimmune conditions. So make sure you all go check that out. If you don't know what a Form S4 is, just Google Form S4. There's a lot of good information on what that is. There are a lot of terms out there that when I was new to investing, I really didn't know what it was, so I just Googled it. So I'll just, encourage you all to go Google it. All the different forms and nuances that come with trading. That's all part of due diligence, which just help you all in the future when, figuring out how to trade stocks. Next, we have ticker sign GSAT. For GSAT, oh yeah, going back to this one, a target price that I'm looking at for this one is $11. So I'm going to be looking for it to go past this $10.97 level to $11. Now, when they'll hit that, I don't know. I'm definitely going to be looking for some more information on this merger that they have. So going next, we have ticker sign GSAT for GSAT. For Globalstar, that's the company. They had a week high of $2.78. Overall, though, pretty positive. We could see that they did end on a positive note, but they are bearish. So moving average 10 is below 50 right here. So if we see this red line is below this yellow line, moving average 10 is above moving average 10. Moving average VWAP is above moving average 10, so that is positive on that metric. But since this moving average 10 is below moving average 50, I would say it's starting a bearish downward trend. So definitely going to be looking to see this one potentially jump back up. But on a positive note, they did end 1 cent above its close to end at 224. Background on them. This article came out on the 17th. Globalstar announced a strategic alliance with XCOM Labs. So I think a lot of profitable things can be yielded from this, combination of groups coming together. So it says today announced the formation of Globalstar Alliance Global Strategic Alliance with XCOM Labs. Globalstar and XCOM will jointly seek to commercialize XCOM's capacity, multiplying technology with Globalstar band N53 and dense 5G deployment in the U.S. and other countries where Globalstar has terrestrial rights. So they're basically expanding a 5G network, which, if you know, 5G is definitely one of the things that's needed throughout the world. So them jumping into the 5G space or continuing their 5G work with XCOM Labs, I think will definitely help the company be profitable in the long run. So, price target I'm going to be looking at for this one long term is going to be $2.90. So, definitely going to be looking for this to go back up past this 278 level to a 290 level. So, yeah, that's my price target on that one. Now, they have gone all the way up to 298. So, this was on the 9th or the 10th. They shot up to 298, but they haven't been back since. But if we see, they're kind of in this oscillatory range, which is bouncing off this moving average 50 line multiple times, and the moving average 50 line is getting closer and closer to this actual 298 level. So definitely gonna be looking forward to shoot back up to 290, but not exactly sure when that will happen. Next, we have ticker sign JUPW for Jupiter Wellness. Now, if we scroll out, we can see they had a week high of $8.88. So overall, pretty high metric for them. They are bearish. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100, which is this yellow line, this purple line. So this red line is below both of those. But VWAP is significantly high. So VWAP has shot up pretty high above the moving average 100 and almost above the moving average 10. So pretty good news on that one, but overall still bearish because the moving average 10 is below 50 and 100 in my opinion. They did end at $7 even today, but then after hours had a 9 cent rally, so maybe some positive metrics coming from them. Background information on the company. This article came out pretty recently on the 17th as well. It says JW 100 cleared reduced eczema following 2 weeks of use in half subjects, and JW 100 arm of randomized placebo-controlled study. 50% of subjects in JW 100 arm received ISGA clear or almost clear, one of two, or at least second grade or 2 grade improvement from baseline after treatment versus 20% and 15% in the CBD only placebo arms. Jupiter plans to file an IND with the US FDA. So IND is for investigational new drug. So it's an application. So if you hear of IND or NDA, NDA is a new drug application. IND is an investigational new drug application, which is very good progress. That means they're done with all their phases, and definitely going to be looking to see some updates from what the FDA says on this IND that they're filing. So pretty good news coming from them in their research for eczema. So for price target overall, since they do have that IND on the horizon that could potentially be passed, I'm looking for an $8 target price. So just from where it's at $7.09, I think you can get back to $8. Getting back to $8.88, I think it's kind of pushing it, but getting to $8, I think is pretty realistic. Next, we have ticker sign LODE for common stock mining. They shot up to $9.82 this week, so that's their week high. Overall, kind of been going sideways since then. Moving average 10 is above 5100. VWAP is right at moving average 10, just a little bit above it. So bullish on both metrics, but it is getting very close to this moving average 100 and moving average 50 line. So going to be keeping a close eye on them. We can see that they ended the day at $4.55. After hours went down 10 cents and at 4.45. But overall, still bullish on the name. Background on them as to why they shot up so much, and I think why they will continue to shoot up in the future, is that common stock Common secures majority interest in lithium-ion battery recycling company. Facility plans 10,000 tons per year of 99% pure lithium-ion cathodes for clean energy transition. This was kind of overlooked in my personal opinion, but I think this is very huge news for the company. If you know, companies like Tesla and a lot of other EV companies are switching to lithium batteries. And with lithium batteries being produced, there will need to be a way to recycle them. So if you have companies out there who are already planning to recycle these lithium batteries, then that's gonna help them in the future because they're starting to produce or planning to ramp up this EV market quite significantly. So when the batteries go out, they will need a place to have them recycled. So as EVs increase and more lithium batteries are being used, there's going to be more of a demand for a recycling capability for um, EVs. So with that being said, I think the company definitely has a bright future, even though the stock price is not currently reflecting it. Anything in the lithium or lithium recycling industry, I think, in my personal opinion, will continue to grow. This is just the very, very beginning of that sort of market. So with that being said, I think it could hit $6. That's kind of my target price range is $6. That's going to be right around this level right here, which is kind of where it dipped off and went sideways a little bit. So I think it can dip. Oh, 660. I'm sorry, 660 is the target price that I have for it. So 660 is where I think it realistically can jump back to. Now it could potentially go back to $9.82 if they have more updates on this lithium recycling portion that their company is doing, but I think 660 is kind of a safer level to look at. And lastly, on here we have ticker sign PAVM for Pavmed. They've been on a pretty significant bullish run up for quite some time now, since about the 8th of February. And they've gone up ever since then. So we can see that they ended the day at $4.71. After hours, went down 1 cent to end at 4.70. But overall, still bullish. We can see that they had a week high of $5.05. So not too bad of a metric for them. My price target for them is going to be $5. So I'm gonna be looking at $5 target price for this company. I think they realistically can get to $5 since they hit 505. But it's still a conservative metric in my opinion. They are bullish. Moving average 10 is above 5100, but VWAP is below moving average 10. So that's kind of why I have them at $5 and not like 6 something or 605, because this VWAP has been trailing the moving average 10 for quite some time, and on here we can see it's kind of plateaued. If it was jumping up a little bit more, then I'd be okay. Yeah, I could definitely see it going up even further, but until I see that VWAP jump up more drastically, kind of like it did right here, then I'm going to say it, but realistically, you can get to the $5 range and not the $6 range. Background information on them. This article came on the 16th. Just says first U.S. patent undergoes successful minimally invasive carpal tunnel release using Pavmed's CarpX device. So they make a device to help with minimally invasive carpal tunnel release. So it is thing that goes on in your hand. People have carpal tunnel in their hand a lot, and this Carpex will definitely help people with the recovery since it's minimally invasive. Definitely will help with recovery, patient's recovery. So if you have something that's minimally invasive, it helps with speedy recovery, but it does the same job as something just cutting somebody's hand all the way open to do carpal tunnel surgery. So definitely gonna see some more updates from this CarpX device that they have. And I definitely could see it spreading because carpal tunnel is something that affects a lot of people everywhere, not just in the US. So definitely excited to hear some news about that. And going to be looking at this $5 price target range. All right, drop a comment down below. Tell me what stocks you guys are looking at. Overall, it will definitely help everybody who's watching the video and definitely help me. Give me some ideas on some other ones to look at. But overall, make sure you all staying safe out there during this winter storm time period we're going through, and hope everybody is able to lock in some profits this week. Good luck to everybody out there trading, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.